widely used and widely played tabletop role-playing games developed in the late 1970s and popularized then by Gary Gygax. Probably based off of another one called Tunnels and Trolls and a third one called Chainmail. Thank you. Now, Dungeons and Dragons is in its most bare form, it is a game that is a heroic fantasy combat simulator game. I've often joked that it is the military-industrial complex of tabletop role-playing games, because what you do is you go off on adventures, you kill things, you take stuff from the things that you kill, you make better items so that you can kill bigger things and get more money, and etc. This is not how we play Dungeons and Dragons. For us, and for a lot of more discerning and intelligent gamers, yes, I'm being a gaming snob here, Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game that has a heavy emphasis on combat. Because in a lot of epic, fantastical settings, combat plays an important element. Think, what would the Knights of the Round Table be like if there had not been jousts, if there had not been battles? You know, the stories would have been significantly different and probably a little bit less exciting simply because combat means risking life and limb. So it is a role-playing game where we make characters within a fantasy world, whether created by a particular dungeon master, as this particular fantasy world has been created by Nathan Large, but there are many pre-made ones also. And we play within that system. We create characters, we do role-playing, we put ourselves a little bit into the roles, and we enjoy and relish the triumphs and losses of our characters as they go through the scenarios that are described by the game master, by the dungeon master. The game is a collaborative effort. The dungeon master comes up with a good story, often with a good world to go along with it, with other characters that he runs. He is... just like in Alice in Wonderland, if you've ever read Alice in Wonderland, at the beginning Alice says to her kitty, she says, let's play kings and queens. You can play one queen and I'll play the rest. The DM plays the rest. So the purpose of the Dungeon Master is to narrate the story and bring up all the characters that aren't part of the group. Our purpose is to make characters, have fun with playing them in these scenarios, in these settings, you know, provoking character development, changes to the world that we have set up here. There are a whole lot of amazing things that role-playing games can do. You know, everything from the cathartic element of getting to do something that you don't do in your everyday life, to the more spiritual elements of actually exploring concepts and ideals that you don't do, down to what I call the Sudoku factor, which is just having fun playing with numbers, if that's your thing. It's not everybody's thing, but there are ways of making it easier for people. So that's my brief synopsis of Dungeons & Dragons and what it's all about. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll continue into other forms of role-playing games next time I see Neil. Have a good night.
With the fly, and anybody else who's coming around outside. Roll a perception check as you come in.
Okay. Can you back up?
Yep. Perception check.
Need a close-up of my wizard.
This is Theshtakai. We don't usually play this with Legos. But Nathan made an awesome Lego house map.
Yeah, so who's who? Am I the archer?
Yeah, with the porn stash.
Yeah. Nice, I like, no.
The archer with the porn stash, excellent.
So hold on before you...
Who can detect main, who has skills at detecting main,
Jada wants to know what D&D is, so I was making a video for her. She's like, I want to know what D&D is.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing a picture.
23 Arcana.
Now, what are you asking specifically?
I want to know if I want to know what that thing is. If it has any arcane significance.
You can tell it's too small for a typical teleport space. However, it does look like it was very specifically carved. That is, with the intent of being in that exact Until 2 years ago, this was a functioning museum, historical landmark. People of Ocalis were permitted to come and go to investigate, and there were actual tours. He allowed a Yakwa named Kayelak exclusive access to research a project, and over the course of the following year was subsequently locked out. So the museum actually contains treasures not only of value and possibly historical value, but it's been set up as Vovre as a public resource. So this was open to the public at that point. So you're not likely to find anything that's a deep, dark secret, but he did mention that the amplifier was buried on the ground. So there may be...
Research are things that even the Devourer herself would not touch. Things so dark, so hoary, so alien.
Like I said, you provide the distraction. Thank you.
I'm good at that. You're welcome.
And whatever you glean, that's great.
Jim, can I have my hand? Thank you.
Okay. Whatever information you glean, that's great.
You know what?
Skinny little bird-headed.
I could be Raiden.
The mascot
Lord
of
Radiant,
tonight's game,
how good of you to grace us with your
Nate, the
presence.
mascot of
I got an
tonight's game,
idea.
Shimmy.
I got an idea. I got a great idea. Wait a minute. Why don't we draw him out?
You
See
got
if
one
we can
for
draw.
yourself?
Invite him to parlay outside of the library.
Sure, outside.
Fine, I'll send him a message.
Power.
We would feel more comfortable meeting you on a more neutral ground. We have not been inside this building. Come outside the building. We'll meet on the ground in
For
front
the
of it.
safety of the
Yes.
for the objects inside.
For the safety of the artifacts and wisdom contained within.
And then meet.
I can send multiple messages. I can do it for free.
No, that's fine.
It's
I
my
just
script at this point. That's
Because
why I was.
breaking
That's why I
down
was
the-
mocking him about the pedestrian use of the animal messenger. Which
Bringing
was-
down the lens was the last thing we would have done, right? Before we left.
Yeah.
When was that in relation to the messages? We have to consider that right now.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to send the messages before they have been broken, before it's been broken down, there's a not possibility we could use that to our advantage against the Yakwa if we're bringing them out in the open. Are you guys okay with that? I mean, if you guys don't want to keep it simple and just say we broke it down, I'm not going to, I don't want to take up too much time, but that is a possibility.
I'm assuming he's probably aware of what we've done. We did things on a big scale, and it's something that he's
You fucker.
Hopefully
Use
he'll
up all your gigabytes.
Right, he'll
With
come
him.
out and
You're
he'll-
taking up all my mags. You're taking up all my
so we've got
mags.
some incense, and then-
Right. Bathroom break, and then we smash.
And that's how D&D goes. Bathroom breaks.
That's how the dwarf.
Bathroom breaks and
I
smash
got a
them.
fish, and now which.
You recognize many of the various types named. They're all missing. There's a leg here and there, but otherwise it's empty.
Snatch.
either eat something snacked on them,
Any
or
words on it?
Did you do a separate?
I just hope we don't see those
Oh, okay.
crawling around
Sorry, I thought
later.
that was something else. No.
Something tells me we're going to see those crawling around later. Just intuition, but.
Dead insects are easy to animate. It used to be a cantrip.
It's like things like stick bug, butterfly, carpenter ant.
Mothra. Okay.
Or increased in size and turned into
You can
monstrosity.
do at will animate dead insect.
With enlarge, with 3.5, do enlarged on them.
Yeah. Jump on the bird.
Well, I suppose we should probably go through the door. Gerard, would you mind examining the door?
Which door?
The one that Frederick's listening in at.
Oh, alright.
Yes, Gerard. I hope you covered your mouth and your nose.
Oh, yeah.
And your asshole.
I gave you the thing, didn't I? I gave the save to him?
I would
Yeah,
-1 too.
Oh,
Why,
okay.
you didn't use it?
He can.
Yeah.
Are you going to? Are you gonna? Obviously,
I'd
the two
rather-
of us shouldn't. I mean, it's up to you.
And if you want to take it for the team.
One of us should still have a sense of smell.
Okay.
Follow your nose.
He checks over the door. He said, Yeah, this one's locked too, but it's nothing too major. I'm pretty sure I could get it open.
No,
Let's see
nothing.
what's on the other side.
There's nothing. No enchantments on it. Sorry, I just like to be really sure about that.
I only got a 22, so another Arcana roll would be.
You.
I'll do the Arcana roll.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Alright. You ready for the other joint?
Yeah, let me finish my sandwich.
Oh, sorry.
Arcana 21.
My
2,
horse
3, 24. I got a 24 Arcana.
I see chocolate.
24, Nathan?
With what?
Jelly.
You give it a once over. Don't even see any auras.
Pineapple
No, okay.
frosting with some sort of jelly in it, and the one's chocolate.
Look, Jim's serving us. Jim's serving us. This is how it always is at D&D.
So what'd you get on your Arcana?
Jim serves food. 24.
24. Can you give us an Arcana?
Thanks, buddy.
Fellow scholar of Arithmos.
What is it, Jim? What kind of cupcake? Is it a...
Coconut with
Alumnus
pineapple,
of
and one's with
Arithmos. Perhaps you
pineapple
could turn
and
your
cherry or
Arcana
something.
towards this.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, thank you.
Okay, so we...
21.
Yeah. Likewise,
Thank you.
no visible auras or enchantments.
Alright.
We're not rolling very good on Arcana, are we?
Did you get your
Creature screeches. Wait, don't.
Drop what you're doing, or set it down.
Sets it down.
Come over here.
No, don't come in. It's too late to ask you to leave quietly, isn't it?
Yes, we want answers, and you're going to give us answers.
Fine, just think about your questions. Is anybody else coming into the room as this conversation is happening?
Yeah. I saw Ed nodding also.
So take it as one movement.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to get out of the way of the door as people come in.
Well,
And there are two doors, by the way. I just haven't been able to fill in the others.
Can you move me too, Dave?
2 squares. Okay. As you guys start stepping forward, he goes, that's far enough. Shh. The wind buffets and slaps against you. It feels kind of sticky and stale.
I'm going. Well, just before coming in, because combat hasn't started, I was find a way to maybe prop the doors open if there's any item close enough there that I just don't want them to auto close on us.
There's chunks of stone and wood around. They open outward into the hall, so you can put things up against them.
Is Gerard sneaking
Or
in?
even right there in the door jamb. So yeah, things can't.
No, if you put something, so typically if something's going to close, if you put it in between here, right
That's what I
here,
was
that'll
saying.
keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just even right. Yeah, just shoving stuff right in there.
We used to do that in Baker Hall because our doors would close automatically. We shoved books in there. Horrible for the books, but.
He's quiet enough, but he's still quite visible in the room. The various conflicting light sources cast weird shadows. He keeps his hands up. Actually, he has one hand up and one hand is clutched around the pouch of his chest.
Let go of your let go of the pouch in your hand.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Why?
It's mine.
I'm not gonna take it from you, but I want to make sure that you don't use that against us. So remove your hand.
It's not a weapon.
I don't know that.
Look, we're all getting along. We're not fighting here. There's nothing to be frightened of.
Oh no, says the guy that's in a room full of awful and dead bodies and some twisted experiments of an orc in there.
I'm experimenting. Yes, there are things I need to know. Look, don't be hostile, please.
I think too, there may be a reason that she's requesting us not to be hostile. There may be something that's provoking it.
He needs to know I'm doing business, and that's fine. You guys do what you need to do. We will ask questions. But
what is it that would
I have
react
to be rough.
poorly to our hostility?
I can't answer some questions. It's here.
Can you
here.
leave the room with me?
He shakes his head.
I think
You guys can
include him in our
No, I can't.
conversation.
He looks genuinely frightened, especially of Cravaxis, but also whatever he's
Are
reacted to.
you inclined to do these sorts of experiments? Have you been in the past?
I have to find out. I've already come this far. I have
It's
to
the
have an
land.
answer. We're dying. The eggs. He kind of shakes himself. Let me start again. Yaqua. There are fewer of us because our eggs don't hatch right. There was something sickening. The eggs. So I came here from the God's Crown, an area high in the mountains. Yet Afifa said the answer would be found to the east, near the sea. So I came here, and I found secrets. I found too much. Now I have to finish, or it doesn't. He clutches at himself and pulls out a few feathers. It doesn't mean anything. This is important. Just tell Vogre I need to finish a moon or two, and I'll have it, and I can go.
What are you looking for? What do you need?
A way to bring us back, to make Yaqua.
But you're making them out of things that are not Yaqua.
There's no other way. We can't make our own. They die. They're sick.
How long have you been here?
Guys, I think
2 years.
mentally, I think he's
I'm
being,
pretty sure.
I think he's being manipulated into creating abominations because, these are his reasonings. He thinks this is the only salvation, whatever's in here, which I think is tied to the wind. It might be not corrupted wind elemental. I think that's what's it's whispering dark, secrets to him.
With telepathy, I agree with you. And I'll say, I think that doing these things was not what Afifa called for.
I don't know, but he didn't lie. He said, come east, and I would find the answer, find what was causing the sickness. I found, he looks down at himself again, I found a way to live despite it. Maybe that's all that he could give. I don't.
Okay, with my sword, I want to slash at the wind, and then does that end up happening? Would that, if I do this?
No, nothing special happens other than the wind picks up a little bit around the area you slashed, and he waves his hand wings. No.
Okay, I'm going to do detect evil thing in my religion.
Your ring is doing exactly what it did before.
Jim, you look like the magician. With
Was
the
that
hat on.
they were just primed to trigger as a grenade. Nothing else was found.
Got the magic
36
stick.
on a roll.
Well, right. I mean, that's you're not able
And
to.
armor makes you immune to poison, so I don't care how much poison is on the armor. Once I got it on me, I'm immune to it.
Who's doing the rock throwing duties?
If nobody else is gonna, I'll throw a rock and nobody else is gonna shoot something. You got the magic missile, but that's force. That'll knock things around.
Why don't you
Which
just
one
go
is
with
it?
rock?
This one?
Yep. I am feeling bad about being involved in this now.
Screw this. All
Well,
right.
I mean,
Alright.
You guys go ahead. You let me know.
Is she
We'll rock
robbed?
it.
All right, I'll throw a rock.
Give me a throw.
What is it? Strength,
The really nasty vulture.
Rolling strength.
Basic ranged attack.
basic. Oh, wait, I have a hand axe.
Sure.
And I got this nice word. Really cool dwarven merchant on our way back.
Jesus. That should be okay. 16.
He was a
I mean,
brother
it's
of mine.
stationary.
Not long ago.
That's against fortitude. That's how tough the glass is.
I'm
Okay, roll damage.
requisitioning state property.
Huh?
Roll damage.
As representative of Moondog, I'm Requisition the boondoggie.
6? Jesus Christ. Rolls are
Okay. Hold on a second. I need a representation.
I'll have to compile these videos so I can share them with you guys. That'd be cool. From the D&D. D&D in review.
Okay.
What's up with the straw?
The glass on that side cracks. There is a suctioning of air. You just hear. Every bottle explodes, and in fact, what was contained is not what is on the labels. A gout of a burst tube.
Oh dear.
In every direction.
I think we're all fine.
I think we're good.
Steaming, reeking, nasty dissolving acid.
Oh.
Sprays against the walls, floors, sides. The mannequin begins disintegrating. The
Can't
shield
trip on the
disintegrates. The armor is unaffected to start.
I'm going to cantrip cleanse the armor.
The wyvern goad melts.
The wyvern what?
Inside melt. Wyvern goad. And the floor, for a burst 2 around there, is weakened. It looks like you've eaten through about half of the boards. Once that stops sizzling and bubbling, however, it looks like it's played itself out. The case is in a shambles. Actually, it looks rather similar to the other case, except instead of being charbroiled, it is acid boiled.
I guess as it's bubbling, I mean, what'll counteract it? Maybe pissing? We piss on it?
Well, cleansing, you can cleanse the other things that might have been more valuable before they...
Yeah, they're pretty.
What about your hoing?
While it's still bubbling, I piss on it.
Well, while it's... So now that it's weakened, we might be able to create a...
Okay.
Let us engage in mortal combat.
Demonic, air creature, the air elemental, referred to as a dust demon. These are specifically corrupted gen. It's almost hierarchically your equivalent. It is a